Joy Gurudev, Shambho Mahadeva. Now today we are talking about how to convert your or other person's nature. We have to understand for this that nature is formed because of dominant elements. So if we want to convert the nature, we are learning about the elements. Not only nature, even your luck or other person's luck can be changed by changing elements. Okay? So how do we do that? How can we do that? We are talking about that. So first of all, we will refresh that what we have learnt in the beginning. How are the elements formed? So, first there was nothing, just consciousness, Chid Akash. From Chid Akash came Chit Akash, the mind. From the mind came physical space. Physical space had two qualities within it, the inner space and the outer space. So it created two types of air, male and female, positive and negative. This male and female, positive and negative air, they started frictioning together. We have learned this in much detail before, so I'm not going into simple explanation, or I'm not going to expand it, because in this video we need to learn about a lot of things. So from male and female air, friction created fire, lightning. From lightning it rained, it created water, and water became stagnant as earth. So, all the great religions of this universe, they say that the earth will be destroyed by water because it has been created by water. Bible calls it great deluge. Islam, Quran calls it Jaljala. And Hinduism, Sanskrit calls it Jal Pralay or Mahapralay or Mahalay. So, we have to understand this, that if there is a person who is a big actor or a minister, or if a person is a big businessman and you want to crack the ice with that person, you want to be friends, you want to work with that person, you want that person in your circle. So how do you crack the ice? That person has created a wall between you and himself or herself. There's a woman that you like. You want to make friends with that woman. You want to marry that woman. You want to love that woman. But she has created a wall between you and her. Wall is what? Earth element. Now, how do you melt it? The earth is melted by water. Crack some jokes. Water is funniness, bubbliness, laughing. And water element, Apatattva, is also display of emotions. Go and tell your story to that person, your emotions, what happened to you, this, that, you are so sad or you are so happy. Tell about yourself. Not informative. Express your emotions. Emotions will dissolve the stiffness, the stagnancy of earth element. The stagnancy will break, the ice will melt. So it is said that melt the ice. How to melt the ice between two people? Ice is stagnancy, earth element. When water becomes stagnant, it becomes ice. So the ice is melted, the earth is dissolved, and water gets started. Now there are some elements, there are some people, I will call them elements because no one is good or bad. We need to understand your nature is totally dependent on your elements, dominant elements. Now there are some people, they are always crying, मेरे साथ ऐसा हुआ, मेरे साथ ऐसा हुआ, this happened to me, this one said this to me, this one did this to me, this. Like kids, they are always compulsorily complaining without anything, you know. Even if you do the best for them, they will say, no, this one did this bad to me, this one did this bad to me, this one, they have to complain, continuously complain. Now how do you restrict these people? Now it can happen in both the ways. You can either use the pot, earth element, to restrain water, or you can use fire to burn off the water, to evaporate the water. Now the nature of water is flowing, bubbliness. There are some people, they keep making fun of other people, keep gossiping about other people. This is also water element. They keep insulting you, making fun of you, or they keep insulting others, making fun of them, or they keep gossiping. How to stop this water element? So temporary, if you want to do something, you can just, you know, bring a pot. You have to just disassociate, tell them, okay, this is a wall between you and me, I'm not interested, please don't come next time. Don't, if you want to come, don't bring all this, don't keep cribbing and crying, or don't keep this all hassles. I don't want to listen, I'm not interested in listening. This is earth element, but still, you know, it is temporary solution. Permanent solution is show anger. Because fire will melt water. Show anger. Enough of all this. I've heard this. Enough now. Stop. Fire element can melt, can evaporate water element nature. So anger. From anger we remember, some people are very angry. You do anything, they are angry. They are Durvasa. Whatever you do, they blast at you, they shout at you, they become angry. Now how do you restrain fire? What kills fire? Because that which kills fire will kill the nature of fire also. If fire is hot, if something can destroy the fire, switch off the fire, it will also switch off the heat of the fire. If fire element is anger, something else which can destroy the fire will also destroy the anger within the fire. What is that? Temporary solution is water. But all the fire is dependent on fuel, and fuel is always liquid. Sometimes, you know, if petrol catches fire, and if you put water, that it enhances. So temporary solution is, if someone is temporarily angry, you put water. If you are, you know, getting irritated or angry, you drink a lot of water. If some person is continuously angry, you show your emotions, okay, I've done wrong, okay, you shout at me, or you crack a joke, make that person laugh. If you make that person laugh, or if you display your emotions to that person, for sure the anger will go, but it will be temporarily gone. It will come back. But if you want to permanently erase anger, your anger, or the person in front of you, the other person's anger, then there is a solution to it. What is the solution? The solution is air. Air destroys fire. You become wild and violent and crazy, insane in that front of that person. You shout at that person. How dare you? If you are angry, if you can't change your anger pattern, then you become crazy, you become violent. Once you will go to the jail, your anger will go for always. Once you are beaten by a more muscular person than you will forget your anger forever. So this is the secret. Wildness, madness can destroy anger. Violence can destroy anger. After that, what? You know, A few days back, someone sent me a very beautiful video on WhatsApp. There was a man and someone, he met with an accident on the road, and he opened the back door of this car and removed a big stick to, hit that person and break the glass of that glass. And he said, come on. And that man got out of the car with a gun, with a machine gun. This man saw the machine gun and started walking like a blind man. He pretended that that stick was in his hand because he was blind. So he started doing this. It was a funny video, but it gave a lot of lesson. That anger can be destroyed by madness, anger can be destroyed by violence. You can never be angry in front of a person who is more powerful than you. Same thing for your anger. Try and be violent, mad with a person who is more powerful than you. Face the consequences. Tell yourself, see, I'm not a fool. I have to remember, my anger cost me this much. My violence, my madness cost me this and this and this and this. Anger will die by air. And air, if someone is very violent, very mad, if you are violent, if you are very mad, then what can destroy it? Meditation, space element. Meditate, breathe, do Hansa Kriya, do your pranayam. This will destroy your violence, your madness. Now, if some people are blue stars, I have explained to you what is a blue star, who are illusioned and who see things and they believe their imagination is true. There is some ghost over there. There is some dark and shark spirit. They are harassing me. They are scaring me. Like kids, there are monsters under my bed. So how will you destroy this craziness, this air element? Someone is doing something to me. This space, the person is spaced out. So we say that the person is spaced out. Why is he spaced out? Space makes you mad. There are some people who are over religious, over spiritual. They keep doing puja, they keep doing meditation, they keep teaching meditation in the Nigam way, in the Vedic way, not in the Tantric way, not in the Agam way. They don't get married. If they get married, their marriage doesn't sustain. People who do tarot card reading, their space element is very powerfully charged, very active. Why? Because tarot card reading requires activation of space element. People who do astrology, it is said that astrology is a cursed science. Lakshmi, goddess of wealth, has cursed astrology. People who will practice it will always stay poor. Why? Because they don't have the technique of earning. Their space element is always active. How to destroy space? Space can be destroyed by mind, by cultivating, by diverting your thoughts. And overthinking can again make you mad. So the thoughts can be destroyed by me, the self, the consciousness. So when you in life are facing a certain situation, or when you are aware because of Hansa Kriya and your meditations that you are getting into this kind of nature, understand that you are not good or bad. It is the element, and that is also the same rule for the other person. If the other person is behaving in such a way, it is not the other person, it is a certain element which is dominant and it has become a nature of that person. So how to convert that nature, I have told you. If you also want to convert for yourself or sustain that nature, maybe you are making very good money now, but before you were not making, you are very calm and silent before, now you have become very violent and angry. So don't judge yourself, because judgment is not going to change anything. It will make the things even more worse. So don't judge. Just understand that before I used to have a lot of spicy food, and spicy food brings poverty. So now I don't have money. Now I have started eating minty food, sweet foods. So my earth element, water element is more active. So I have more money now. I have to maintain this. I will wear yellow color, I will wear white color, I will have minty, juicy and sweet item to get money. In the same way, I have to also understand that if I am becoming more angry now and I was calm before, I have to change my fire element. If I am not having money now and if I had before, what element is dominant? I have to change it. I have to go back to water and earth element. If I have become stagnant, maybe my work was working very well, but I have become stagnant, doing nothing is helping. So maybe the earth element which was giving money has now become stagnant and it's not allowing me to change my luck. Now how do I break this stagnancy? By water element. Go and cry, confess. If you don't have a guru, or if your guru is not available to you, go near a tree, big tree. Go near a plant. Plant is not that useful, but a big tree. Go near a tree, a river, a cow, or an idol of your Ishtadevi. Go there, sit, cry, and stagnancy will go. That stagnancy has to go. It has to go via water element. Laugh. Watch good old comedy movies which has not a single tinge of sorrow or anger or action in it. Laugh your heart out, and that will change your stagnancy. Not only financial stagnancy, if you have any kind of stagnancy, if you are stagnant in a relationship, in a house, you want to change it, any kind of stagnancy, water, emotions will change it. So, space created air, so space will destroy air. Air created light, fire, so light, fire will be destroyed by air. Water is created by light, so water is destroyed by light. Earth has been created by water, so earth will be destroyed by water. The earth will be eaten by water, water will be eaten by fire, fire will be eaten by air, air will be eaten by space, which is known as Bhutakash. Bhutakash, space, will be eaten by mind, which is known as Chitakash, and Chitakash, mind, will be eaten by meditation, by Shiva, by me, by consciousness. Because it is created by me. I created space, mental space, mind, and mind has created everything. If I can eat up my mind, I can eat up everything. Got it? So this is a key, not only to be spiritual, not only to go towards self-realization, not only to do good in spirituality, but this is also to excel in what you are doing in life, to be happy, wealthy, wise, famous. Okay? Understand this, keep this in mind. Hari Aum Tatsat.